Good Friday afternoon, everybody. Meteorologist Nick Kelly here, in for Danielle Davis as she enjoys the day off. We are looking at red flag warnings for some parts of the Ozarks, especially the Missouri Ozarks, to take you through this afternoon. We have Jasper, Lawrence, Greene, Hickory, and Polk counties, points north and west, under red flag warnings until 7 o'clock this evening because of so much dry air still in place. And we have wind gusts that'll be perking up throughout the afternoon as well. Sustained wind speeds through the day between 10 and 20 miles per hour out of the northwest, but by the afternoon, especially by 2, 3, 4 o'clock, gusts, especially in the red flag warning areas, could push as high as 33, 35, maybe a couple of spots close to 40 miles per hour. It'll still be gusty across the rest of the Ozarks by mid to late afternoon, but as we continue through the rest of the evening and the rest of the day, we will see these wind speeds die down, but with the dry air in place, that's what's going to allow temperatures to fall quickly through the course of the evening. Looking at cold temperatures, but a lighter breeze on Saturday. Then we're going to see that south wind by late in the day Saturday start to warm us up again early next week. Before we go too far ahead of ourselves even more, let's look at satellite and radar. We have been keeping things pretty quiet ever since we got the day started. Any active weather really close to us is actually along the East Coast, from rain and snow across parts of upper New England, rain in the mid-Atlantic, and working all the way down to about the northern Florida peninsula, just to the north of Orlando. That's where our last cold front is continuing to push on through, but high pressure in control is what's giving us that northwest breeze for today. But there is another cold front to the north of us, and just as Brandon said this morning, this one doesn't have a lot of oomph behind it as it comes in. The better moisture with it, resulting in any rain or snow chances, stays well to the east, and that's where the brunt of the colder air will be. So we'll keep skies quiet here, maybe a few high clouds on Saturday with temperatures a little bit chillier, but then as soon as that front passes through, we are going to see our winds crank back up out of the south and more milder air returning by about Sunday and Monday. Looking at the forecast for today, looking at temperatures still above normal, still mild, but not quite close to the 70s we had the other day. 63 in Springfield, we'll say 65 in Harrison, with maybe a couple of clouds to the northeast of Springfield a little later this afternoon. Nothing else otherwise. And then turning clear tonight, 34 in Springfield, 38 in Harrison, with a northwest breeze on the lighter side at 6 to 12 miles per hour. Everybody to start the afternoon out should be right around 60 degrees. We'll stay lower to middle 60s across the Missouri Ozarks, and then in northern Arkansas, middle to some upper 60s, certainly possible before the afternoon is through. Then after sunset, as that breeze lightens up and the dry air still in place, we'll be quickly back in the lower to middle 50s for many of us by 8 o'clock this evening, dropping further into the 30s, middle to upper 30s for many Saturday morning, and then we'll warm up again Saturday, but just being influenced by that front will turn a little bit chillier Saturday. Many of us in the upper 50s, maybe some spots near 60, but that is a quick cool down, because once we go back to 42 Sunday morning, the numbers take off again after Sunday morning. 71 degrees with plenty of sunshine again for your Sunday. Partly sunny skies, still dry Monday, but warmer with highs pushing into the mid-70s. But once we get past a quiet weekend, I want to show you the upper level setup, because once we get past a quiet Monday and quiet weather for much of Tuesday, our next expected storm system with a strong cold front along for the ride wants to shake things up by late Tuesday evening and Tuesday night. This is when I think we'll have a decent shot for rain and thunderstorms, some of which could be strong, and behind it, we'll get rid of any morning showers or storms during the pre-dawn hours Wednesday and cool down drastically, but briefly, as we go through the rest of the middle of the week. Now, I do want to keep an eye on our rain and thunderstorm chances by next Tuesday, because I think the timing of the wave is lining up just about right, whereas the front comes through, and if we can get enough moisture in here, we'll have at least a low threat for some storms to be severe. If you had to twist my arm, I'm thinking wind and hail, but we still have plenty of time to watch and see how the system will play out. And another big thing about this system, it'll take us from a warm Tuesday next week with highs near 77, well above the average high of 53, to upper 40s and lower 50s for Wednesday afternoon. That will be after we see lows drop back well into the 30s Wednesday morning, and even that cool down or cold snap, is really short-lived. We go back into the mid-50s Thursday and back near 57 by next Friday, just as we get next weekend underway. So no weather worries for the rest of this weekend. We'll say 63 today. Many of us back in the 50s on Saturday, upper 50s, still above normal. 71 Sunday, mid to upper 70s Monday and Tuesday. Then that strong system with storms Tuesday night and lingering rain early Wednesday morning will knock us back into the 40s and 50s by next Wednesday and Thursday.